there's all kinds of camp stoves out there, like the propane ones, the pump-up ones that take the liquid fuel, and there's also the ultralight ones that take the liquid fuel. Those are pretty nice. And then you got the home-built ones, the ones that are kind of made out of pop cans using the canned heat or something. And then you got the rocket stoves, which are kind of big and bulky, and then you got the heavier rocket stoves made out of steel tubing and stuff. And then you got some folding ultralight stuff like the Bushbox XL, which is really nice and folds flat. The BioLite stove, which also uses wood and charges USB devices. The Emberlit stove is really cool because it folds flat, really ultralight. And then the Firebox is really neat with its top loading port and cool features. So I thought I'd make my own folding stove that uses wood as fuel instead of carrying around extra liquid fuel. I have a CNC plasma cutting table, so I drew up some plans in Corel Draw, and I tried to make a combination of the Emberlit stove and the Firebox stove. Here I'm making the top grill plate for this stove, and I'll draw this up, finish drawing this up, and then I'll get out to the pole barn and cut it out. This one I'm making here, I'm making out of 16 gauge regular hot rolled steel, and if it works out good and I like all the design features of it, I'll make another one out of stainless steel. But I thought I'd test it out with just regular mild steel first. So here you can see I'm cutting out the top grate. I'll finish cutting this one out, and then I'll cut out all the rest of the parts, and I'll show you what they look like cut out. So this is what I came up with. Let's see if we can put it back together. We got the fire sticks here, got the top grill, ash pan, bottom plate, and the 4 side plates. And let's see if we can get it back together here. As I said earlier, I made this out of 16 gauge mild steel, and I was going to make the stainless one out of 16 gauge also, but I might try a little bit thinner. I might try an 18 or 20, see how those work too, just to get a little bit lighter. This last step here is the trickiest part, trying to kind of tweak it into place. Sometimes it needs a little bit of force involved too. Making it out of lighter steel would definitely help also. Alright, and then I take the ash pan, slide it in the bottom here like that. It's already got the grill plate in there, or the bottom plate. And then this fits right up on top like that, nice and sturdy. And then I can obviously use, these wherever I want in any one of these locations, or on the sides too, or I can put them here or here, just like on the Firebox. And I'll feed it through here. And I decided not to have the flip-up windscreen like the Firebox. Alright, so today we'll try out the stove for the first time. Alright. For this test, I'll see how long it takes to boil 2 cups of room temperature water. It's been 5 minutes now. There's definitely a lot of bubbles in there. It's not quite rolling boil yet, but there's bubbles coming up. For fuel, I'm using short pieces of pencil to finger size wood. The wood is pretty damp because we had a big rain the night before, but once I got a good bed of coals going, it kept up pretty good. My stove, like the firebox stove, is a top-loading stove, unlike something like the Emberlit, which is a side-loading or bottom-loading stove. I like the top-loading a little bit better. And that's a pretty full rolling boil there, and it's just under 7 minutes. In fact, it looks like it's ready to boil over. It just hit 7 minutes right now. So, pretty happy with that. This is what it looked like after I dumped out the ash and coal. It was really easy to clean out. The outside of the stove didn't get very hot at all, no heat damage or anything. The ash pan barely got it hot at all. I'm definitely going to make that out of thinner steel to save some weight. Overall, I'm real happy with the stove. I'm going to make some changes. I think there might be a little too much airflow, so I may cut down some of the air vents. Definitely going to open up the loading port a little bit bigger to make it easier to load stuff. But overall, I'm real happy with this, and I'm going to get started on a stainless steel model. Questions or comments, please post them below. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.